Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Now, I've had plenty of requests to make a video about this. Today we are talking about the game Grow a Garden, because recently this game has just been incredibly popular. It's been hitting milestone after milestone. The game's got like 2 million concurrent players just playing it over the weekend. Yeah, that's 2 million people all online playing at the same time. Absolutely mental. And I don't know if you guys have ever played this game. It's really nothing special. It's like a stud base plate. Well, I have to admit, I do kind of like the theming, even though it is very basic. So it's a base plate of studs on it. You get your own little garden plot, and you basically just plant stuff, and then you wait for it to grow. You can sell it. You can buy more plants and seeds and things. Honestly, it's kind of like Harvest Moon, if you guys have ever played that. I think I played it on like the Game Boy years ago. It's kind of like that, but like a crappy Roblox version, and just nothing really happens. Apparently the selling point of the game is that your stuff grows offline. That seems to be why people are playing it. But then again, if it didn't grow offline, I mean, that would be flipping awful. Could you imagine staying AFK in a Roblox game for hours upon end just to get a bloody tomato to grow out of the ground? Yeah, you might as well just go and do it in real life. Just go in your back garden and plant some tomato seeds or something. I don't know, maybe I'm being too negative, but I just can't really see the appeal, to be honest. But people like it, and I guess that's all that matters. It turns out though, guys, there is also a lot of people that really don't like this game. You can see in this tweet from Plasma Node. You said, "These games are trash. No apology. But I'm not upset with the developers. I'm disappointed with the community for the front page being filled with these types of games. I can't get mad at the devs because they're definitely cashing in and taking a massive W." That's true. The people that made it, you know, they clearly know what they're doing. We can't really get mad at them for wanting to do well and make loads of Robux and make loads of money. I guess this really is sort of like a Roblox community issue. A lot of people out there will genuinely just play something awful for hours upon end. I don't understand it, but yeah, there you go. It's just what it is, isn't it? Now, it turns out the game being lame as heck isn't the only issue. I was tagged in this tweet from Joshua is Minecraft a few days ago, maybe even over a week ago now, and he said, "Front page Roblox developer and creator of Grow a Garden exposed. BMW Lux has a long history of scamming, backdooring, false bans, DMCA abuses, and even doxing, and now his new game Grow a Garden recently hit 1.5 million concurrent players." So yes, apparently, well, it's true, this is the guy that made it, and this guy was clearly close with him or knew him in the past, and he has revealed all of this information to suggest that the owner of Grow a Garden, or the original creator I should say, wasn't necessarily the nicest guy ever. And I'm just going to go through this thread briefly. I'm going to try to not spend too much time on it. To be fair, it's a pretty well organized thread, but he just goes to show on that this guy, you know, wasn't particularly a very nice and kind person. So you can see here my story. In 2022, I shared my game files with BMW Lux under a 50-50 revenue deal. When our first game hit 1,000 players later that year, he ripped out my payouts, kicked me from the group, and stole all revenue. And here's the proof in context. So situations like this, guys, just happen on Roblox countless times. Like every year, every month, every week, stuff like this is always going on. And as I say in like many of my YouTube videos, you can't trust anybody on the internet, even friends in real life for that matter, right? I've had like YouTube channels and projects with friends in real life, and they've just gone scatty and deleted everything. That's the trouble. Unless you're making something yourself and you're the sole owner and you haven't got anyone else which has access to it or working on it, then unfortunately problems like this are like very likely to occur. It's really difficult to get like a strong team of people together which all trust each other, especially on Roblox, right? As I said before, Roblox is full of horrible people for some reason. This guy nicked his group. Anyway, oh yeah, it gets worse. Doxing threats. Shortly after I exposed him, BMW Lux publicly revealed my full name in a Discord chat, threatened to post my home address, and even threatened to share a photo of my house. Yeah, that's just unacceptable. What is even the point of that? Yeah, I hate all of this kind of stuff. Look at him. "I have your address, Josh, and your relatives' names." What a creepy little twat. It's always a shame when people act like this, and then they go on to be successful, like a few years later or whatever. I have no idea why he felt the need to act like this, considering he was in the wrong in the first place. Very unacceptable. And then it looks like it gets worse as well. He's got a whole load of victims from scamming, backdooring games. So what that means is like implementing code inside of games via like models and stuff like that. And then a few months later, they will gain control of the game to like hack it or whatever. Kind of like what happened with Meep City a few years ago. And dozens of developers have been harmed. As I said, this sort of thing happens a lot on Roblox. You know, it's just such a shame. Okay, this is where it gets really bad. How can I word this? Uploading very dodgy content into people's groups. He then reports to groups, I guess he transfers ownership onto their accounts. Again, we've seen this happen on Roblox plenty of times. It seems like this guy is like really behind a lot of the terrible stuff that happens on Roblox. Very, very odd. I don't really get what he's trying to do here, because he's not really gaining anything from this except making himself look worse, right? False DMCA claims. God, that really does make me angry. I swear to God, the next person that does like a false DMCA claim on me, I'm just taking them to court. Like, I'm so sick of it, because you got to make an example of people that abuse DMCA, right? Abusing copyright's like a crime. So yep, completely unacceptable. And then he goes on to say the game shouldn't be on the front page, etc. There's a few other things. If you guys want to look at this tweet and go through all the screenshots, you can do. I'm not too surprised by any of this. I've got to be honest. Like I said, Roblox is full of people like this, unfortunately. Things like this happen all the time. It's such a shame. Normally the people which do act like this never have like a very successful game, because they're always wasting their time doing silly things like doxing threats and DMCA claims. Normally those types of people like just end up wasting their time so much they never go on to create anything successful. But it appears that this guy did. Fair play to him, you know, at least he finally started putting effort into something. But unfortunately he had this massive digital footprint of all of this terrible, awful stuff he was doing last year. There's some more information about here. The Bob Mob. Was he involved with the Bob Mob? Bloody hell, that thing was just stupid though, wasn't it? And some more stuff as well. So yeah, not a very good guy. This BMW guy, very, very sketchy. Now, do you want to know what's even more crazy? A studio purchased Grow a Garden. Yeah, look at this. Floofy said, is this guy still owner of Grow a Garden? I heard Do Big Studios bought it. And yep, that was confirmed as true. But apparently BMW still earns 50% of the revenue from the game. I've got no way to confirm this, but he did quickly sell this game after this thread was posted. So I don't know if that was related or is just a coincidence. Probably a coincidence. I doubt he even cares about this thread, right? But yeah, still sketchy. In fact, if you go onto their website, Do Big Studios, they've been buying loads of stuff. I didn't realize they bought Fish and Blade Ball as well. That's probably why they got the Lego event recently, right? So I wonder if Barry's Prison Run is on here as well. Maybe, maybe not. I really don't like these studios. I much preferred it when Roblox was just full of independent creators and not these like massive companies just buying up everything so they can make as much profit as possible. It's a shame. It really is a shame. Oh, this is interesting from Python. Game is at its peak enjoyment. Company buys game is trash and then becomes pay to win, and then the game dies out or it's hated. Interesting. So is Fish becoming pay to win? I guess so. And then Grow a Garden. Yeah, I've heard about that. So apparently it was like popular before because you could sort of play it without having to spend any Robux. But then very quickly when the studio purchased it, they added in like a ton of little microtransactions. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I would highly encourage you guys as well not to waste money on stuff like this. If you're getting Robux just off like selling clothes and you've got loads or whatever, then yeah, I guess it's fine. If you're actually spending like what, $5 on Robux and then going on a game like this and blowing all of it, honestly, you're just being silly really. You shouldn't do that. What a waste of money. With situations like this, I always try and find somebody which is like on the defense. So they're trying to like debunk what's being said, or they're trying to defend the guy which is being exposed or whatever. And one thing I noticed during this, I couldn't find like one single person which had proof that BMW was innocent. So that just goes to suggest this guy really is that dodgy. I only found one flipping kid trying to defend him, and it was just some absolute nerd saying, I smell jealousy. Bruh, these bootlickers, they always say the same stuff. Where's your front page game? I hate that mentality they have of like, just because somebody's famous and successful, in their eyes it means they can't do any wrong. You've got to have like a messed up brain to think like that. That is just absolutely insane. Anyway, what do you guys think about Grow a Garden? I played it briefly because I wanted to do like a funny YouTube short when I was trying to get Roblox running on my Kindle. So I joined the game for about 20 seconds for just like a screenshot. And I'll admit, I kind of like the classic theming, but then at the same time, I was like, what are you supposed to do? Like, okay, I've planted my vegetables, so now I like log off, wait offline, and then come back when they finished growing. What's the point? I might as well just do that in real life. At least I can like munch on a carrot or something after it. You can't do much with pixels, can you? Anyway, guys, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and yeah, see ya.